Hello, Facebook supporters. We are just gearing up for Kitten Triage Tuesday. We have about 5 minutes to go. So we are going live, and you can preview some of the events of what's going to be happening later. So this is Katie, and Katie is going to be brushing this mama kitty and her babies. You're welcome to watch and tune in and share. Spread the word.
This is Amara. Amara really likes to be brushed. She's got this beautiful black coat, but when we brush her, this white comes out, so she's might be a secret smoke kitty. Just needs some brushing. And this is her very smoky baby. He's very busy. A Good Samaritan found Mama and the baby in their front yard, and the baby was screaming and hollering and getting attention, and so he brought them in, and now they're here. And Amara really likes to be brushed, and she makes biscuits, and baby wants to leave and explore. Everyone's very happy and healthy. What are you doing, little baby? The little kitten.
5 minutes.
Very happy, healthy baby.
Do we know about how old this kitten is?
This kitten looks to me like, I don't know, like 3 weeks old.
3 weeks old.
Very cute. His ears and his eyes are open. So she's at least 10 to 14 days old. So they'll open their eyes somewhere around 2 weeks. Poor Amara, she's losing all of her winter coat.
All at once.
All at once. She needs lots of brushing, but she's very good for it. It's really great if a kitten can be brought in with their mother, because kittens really do much better when they get to stay with their mother. So if you ever find a kitten, it's great if you can take some extra time to try to find the mother, and you can bring them in together, and that really increases the kitten's chance of surviving. You can see this kitten is very healthy and round and has lots of energy. And that's because he's been with his mom. They're always the best option, the best way to make sure that the kittens survive and thrive.
Yeah, mama's milk and warmth is better than anything else we can offer here in the kitten trailer.
Stay there and be cute.
They don't mind getting up all night long.
Stay there. Stay with Mama. No. I can look for a toy. Come here, let's look for a toy. You stay right there. Stay there.
We should change the litter. Do you want?
Whoa, what's that? Is that your first ball toy you've ever seen?
One at a time.
You want to play with that? What is that?
You think they'll be able to fit
What is this? Huh? What do you do with that? You don't know. How do you play with that toy?
Okay, it is now 1 o'clock. We are going to officially start Kitten Triage Tuesday here at Multnomah County Animal Services. We're raising funds and donations for the Kitten Triage program, which is everything you see here in our little trailer. We opened this trailer up about May 1st to help take care of all the kittens and their mothers during kitten season, which is when they start to be born. They need a lot of work and care to take care of them. And we have a little donation link in the corner of the screen there. If you're also watching on a computer, you can also scan that with your smartphone and make a donation really quick. Last year we had a lot of people asking if we could post the link, but it tended to get lost in the comments. So we've tried to put it right there on the screen for you if you feel inclined to make a gift. And if not, you're certainly welcome to enjoy all the Kitten Triage goodness here that we've got going. We're also looking for foster homes for these kittens, especially for the bottle babies who need some extra care. So we'll tell you all about that. Katie, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I've been a foster mom volunteer for 4 years, and over the summer I normally take kittens in, but I have a hospice cat right now in our foster room, and she's doing very well, and so she's not going to probably go anywhere this summer, so I'll be volunteering in the kitten trailer instead. And this is my first summer to volunteer in the kitten trailer, and I'm really excited.
Yeah. Thank you so much for helping out, Katie. Let's also introduce you to Jackie. If you joined us last year, Jackie's a very familiar face.
Hi.
Jackie is the kitten guru, the kitten czar here in the kitten trailer. Tell us about how long you've been doing this and what you like about it, Jackie.
So this is my 4th year in the kitten trailer. It has its moments. I think what I like the best is that no 2 days are ever the same. We go from nice, slow, quiet to incoming kittens left and right, stacking them up and trying to process through, get them processed and ready to go out to the foster as quickly as possible. So it has its challenges and it has its rewards, and here is one of our rewards. 2 of our rewards, actually. You saw them a little earlier, and they just came in today. Yeah. So these little kiddos were found out in a lady's yard. They actually, one of them still had the umbilical cord on. And so mom was nearby and maybe chased off by a dog, got scared, but she was nowhere to be found. So the nice lady brought them in. They were probably a matter of hours old.
And they were getting cold by the time we got them, which is big risk for little kittens this young.
So so what we did was they came in and we put them on a warmer. They got kind of an initial exam, make sure everything was okay. Disconnected the umbilical cord from the one, and put them on a warmer so they can start warming up. So neonate kittens are not able to regulate their own body temperatures, so they require a heater or something to keep them warm. Like we showed before, we have the pink discs in here, and on here I've got another warmer so that they stay nice and warm when we do our health exams and feed them. Biggest thing is, a lot of people, when they hear crying babies, they want to feed them right away because they think they're hungry, which they are. But kittens have to have their body temperatures at least 99 degrees before they can actually process the food. Otherwise, the food just sits in their stomach and it can actually kill them. So we make sure that we warm them up before they get fed. So these guys are nice and toasty warm, and we're going to go ahead and give them something to eat.
Yep. These little kittens are so fragile, and it's so important to know what to do if you find kittens in your community. We have an entire link. We have a page on our website to help you determine if they have a mother nearby, what to do, what to check for, because it is always best if they stay with mom. They have a much better chance of survival if they're with their mother for her warmth and her milk and all of the cleanings and the things that they learned from mom. But if mom has been chased off, if she's gone, that's what your donations are providing here in the Kitten Trailer. They're enabling us to save the lives of young newborn kittens just like this one who need help, who need warmth, who need a kitten meal replacer, and it's very much a labor of love. We are also seeking foster volunteers to help take care of them, and so please visit our website multicopets.org to learn more about volunteering as a foster parent. And if you're unable to foster, please consider donating. And if you're unable to donate, please like and share with your friends. Spread the word about the needs of the animals here at the shelter. So what is this that we have here? We have a syringe and...
So we have a syringe and we have a miracle nipple. These nipples are fantastic. They can go on and off the ends of the syringe. Since we don't know how well they're eating, I like to do a syringe. So one, I can measure how much they actually eat. I can also control how fast they eat because we don't want them aspirating the milk. And sometimes when they're this age, it's hard to get them started on a bottle because they don't know what it is. They don't know what the milk is. So they don't necessarily latch on really well. This is a regular nipple. And then there's also the miracle nipple that's about half this size. And what's nice about these is they can go from the syringe to the bottle. So if they're nursing okay, then we'll just switch them.
Oh, this is between all
yeah,
three.
And this is a regular normal nipple. So you see, compared to the miracle nipple, which is tiny, it's a lot pointier. So it's more like mom's actual nipple, as opposed to the regular nipples that we get, which are a huge.
Yeah, it's a huge
difference.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen a cat like that. So
that doesn't fit in their mouth.
yeah, and when they're this tiny, it's hard for them to latch on to these bigger ones.
So little life-saving tools are these miracle nipples.
They are.
And the kitten meal replacer that we have. The Breeder's Edge formula is what we use. A lot of folks also donate kitten meal replacer or KMR. So here we go.
We're just going to put it up there, and we're going to put a little drop on there and see what he does.
Go back.
Oh, and he's latching on.
And you'll notice how Jackie's feeding this little kitten. Not on its back.
Yes, he is sternal. You always want to feed them sternal on their belly. Head up and let them kind of stretch their neck out a little bit. So you want them kind of reaching for it. And you can see I am pressing the syringe just a tiny bit. I'm going with him how fast he's drinking. I am not, there's no milk coming out. So if milk is coming out of his mouth, then you're pressing too hard and too fast. If it's coming out of his nose, then he is aspirating it. You want to stop what you're doing right then and there. So the idea is just to kind of give him a little bit of extra help, not necessarily actually doing the work. He's actually doing most of the work. He's sucking it out really well.
Thank you, Karen. Karen says, I'm so glad you folks are there for these little guys. Thank you for your support. Thanks for watching and supporting, Karen.
We couldn't do it without the community support and with all the fosters and the volunteers and community donations. Okay. All right. It's empty. Oh, there we go. Goodness gracious.
You can hear all the hungry mouths in the background waiting for their turn.
Yeah.
Sally says, hello, Kitten Triage. Wow, that little one is tiny. Yep. You know, I know that a lot of you are tuning in from your lunch break, and so thank you very much for your time. These little guys actually came in a box with umbilical cords and placenta attached, so they are fresh, and we couldn't find Mom. They were brought in by a Good Samaritan. We're not sure where Mom went, but now they're here under the care of Kitten Triage program, thanks to your support.
After we feed, we always potty them. So kids this age cannot potty on their own. So we stimulate them to go. And it's just a run back in their general area. Gently to get him to potty. He's not going to go much because I already did this when he first came and I did his health exam. Alright, let's do the next one.
Karen says, I've rescued a kitty and 2 doggies from you, and my daughter Holly volunteers for you. Thank you, Karen.
Nice.
Yeah, it's wonderful to have volunteers.
Yeah.
Sally says, watching this last summer was how I got interested in volunteering, and I volunteer in the cattery now.
Oh.
Thank you so much, Sally.
Okay. Let's see if this one...
While we get ready, the one person here in the trailer we haven't introduced yet is Alana.
Ah,
So you may recognize Alana from last year. Tell us about your volunteer experience, Alana.
My volunteer experience. Well, I've been out punching kennels for years now. I've been volunteering here since my mom started running the trailer. So here with the dogs, and I do dog walking and dog adoption shows and all that. And I've also done the info desk and the laundry and all that. And then kitten trailer, obviously. And I do a lot of fostering with everybody that comes in. And I've enjoyed my time here a lot. So, I mean, obviously I come back every year, so.
Yeah. What's most rewarding for you, Alana?
That's kind of hard to just explain. It would probably be a tie between watching them get adopted. Any of the animals, seeing people come in and adopt really warms my heart. Whether it's an animal I know or don't, it's a really nice feeling to watch them go home. And that sounds so cliche and stupid, but it is.
No, not at all.
It's very nice. And also, I'd have to say that when you get a sick kitten come in and watching them get healthy, and knowing I took part in that makes everything good. It makes everything in life good. And it's so hard to have a bad day when you get to see these guys feel better. And I mean, so yeah, those are my rewarding.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you for volunteering, Alana, and thank you to everybody who supports this program to make all those happy endings possible. So here we are, a little bottle feeding of the second kitten.
yeah, see, there we go. Ow, big old flea on his head.
Oh no.
Oh.
The flea's probably bigger than he is.
Yep, when they come in, a lot of them have fleas and they get flea treatment. Some of them have ear mites. Some of them have ringworm, and I'm sure you'll get to see more of that.
Oh, yeah.
Tuesday.
Yes, and he will get, we have a frontline spray that we use on the ones this tiny. So he will get a little bit of a covering for those nasty fleas. And a flea comb will help get rid of them too. But first we're going to fill his belly up. You're doing really good with latching on and nursing. A lot of the times the first feeding for them when they come in here is a lot of fighting with them, getting them used to the nipple, because they have no idea what that is, and then you're putting something in their mouth that they don't recognize the taste because it doesn't taste like mom's milk. These guys probably never got a chance to get a drink from mom, so they don't have a clue what her milk tastes like, which is probably the reason why they are are nursing so well. So that's a plus, that we don't have to get over that hurdle. Sometimes it takes a few feedings before they are willing to accept, they're hungry enough that they'll accept the bottle and the formula.
Yeah, that's the silver lining to mom's gone, leaving placenta behind.
Yeah.
So they've never had a drink from mom.
Yeah. It certainly makes it far less stressful to be able to, when they actually just latch on and take it. Okay, you're done. It's all gone. Let go. Let go. Oh.
Sally says he's voracious. Yes.
So we're only gonna do that amount for the time being, and then in about an hour I will feed them again. We don't want them to eat too much to where they end up throwing it up, because that's a risk of aspirating. So we're going to...
Yeah, I'm just crawling with fleas there. Poor guy. So all of the kittens do receive. Did they get advantage at their age, or did they get?
These guys are going to get frontline spray.
Frontline spray.
Which is safer for kittens at this age.
Right. Rather than the systemic option.
Yeah. And what we typically do is put it on a gauze or something, but I'm spraying it directly onto the comb. Yeah.
Is that the number? Should we answer that number?
I don't know.
See, on the way.
So what I'm doing is just combing them out, but the front line is killing them as I'm combing.
And this is very, very common for all the kittens that come into us.
Yeah, for a job.
It's unusual
No,
for them to
not
come in
have
without
I was supposed to get it yesterday, but I didn't. So
without any fleas or some kind of
Some kind
parasites.
of, right.
But we want to try to get rid of them as quickly as we can, because the that many fleas on something this tiny is likely to cause what we call flea anemia, which is because they're blood suckers. They will drink more blood than the kittens have available to lose.
Thank you, Tiffany, for tuning in. Kristen says, thank you for caring for these itty bitty kitties. MCAS is the best. Thank you, Kristen, for your support.
Alright. So we'll put these guys away. And we have some more kittens that are getting bottle fed that Alana has over there.
yeah.
She's got a couple, or a group of kittens that we've had for almost 2 weeks now. Say bye-bye. They came in with severe URI, and so they've been on antibiotics.
So when we say URI, we mean that they had have a kitty cold, an upper respiratory infection.
Alright, so let's...
So many of you following our Indiegogo page have seen photos of Squeakers with his eyes goopy and swollen shut. It's really pathetic and even a little hard to look at, but that's what we have to treat, and that's what your donations are supporting.
Oh, Mom, stop moving stuff.
Oh. Remember, so he can...
You just nearly dumped the whole cup of water on your laptop. I need that. Oh. Sprayed me with the water. Gotta heat it up.
Probably front line.
So, tell us about these kitties.
Alright, so these guys came in. There's 4 of them. two of them were having their first out of crate experience right now, and one is cuddling in the corner and the other's falling asleep in the center of the bed. So they're not quite
I'm not sure what to do yet.
yeah, they're a little overwhelmed by the experience. Those are the two smallest. And these two, the last two are the biggest. I go smallest to biggest when I feed, at least with these guys. They came in, and we were pretty sure that the two smaller ones weren't gonna make it. The second smallest of the four actually was doing bad enough that I was very concerned he wasn't gonna make it past the first day. And lo and behold, 2 weeks later, they're all up and screaming and ready for every meal at any given time. So, and you can see her fat little tummy. It'll get even bigger. Oh, got that. These guys are really funny because these guys, if you pick them up right before you feed them, they just collapse. And it's the cutest thing to watch. They look, it looks mildly concerning, but then you're like, oh no, they're fine. Then their feet touch the ground and they start squirming. Ooh. Ooh. Get the rabbit. Alright, let's see if the milk is warm yet. Nope. Can you? Yeah, will you reheat the milk, please?
So many shenanigans.
Yes. They like to just walk off edges. At any given point, you gotta keep your eyes on them because they will just walk off as you saw.
So, if you joined us last year, you may recall that the Kitten trailer looked a little different. We had our facilities crew come out and they actually cut out, we used to have a doorway right here, and they cut out a little wall to try and give us a little more space.
There used to be
Open
a
space
giant
here.
sink right here, tub,
Right.
with a counter that wrapped around that was falling apart.
Yeah. So we did some renovations, did some work on the AC system for this summer, and now we have kind of a little fold-out table, little mobile cart for feedings and
Look at him
exams.
collapse. He just fell right as he's done.
Sleepy baby.
He's all done. Isn't that right?
So thank you to everybody for your support of the program last year. We're so excited to have you back. We're so excited to have new supporters who were just tuning in for the first time. And there's a lot of ways you can support this effort. We encourage you to donate if you're able. If you visit the link at the bottom right corner of the screen or scan that nerdy code with your smartphone, it'll take you to a donation page where you can support as you're able for the Kittens in this program. If you're unable to donate, we thank you so much for tuning in and raising awareness of the program by liking and sharing with your friends. Our Indiegogo campaign also has the capability of spreading the word to some of your contacts. So if you visit our Indiegogo page at that link, you can click on the little email icon and email to your contact list to let them know about this fundraiser, about the work that you're supporting here in the Kitten trailer. Before this program, we could only save a portion of the kittens who are coming to our care. They require so much work and care when they first arrive, and now we have the resources available thanks to your support. We've got staff and volunteers and equipment and supplies at the ready for when little kittens come in, just like the ones you saw today. We have the resources to take care of them thanks to your support. Oh, poor goopy eyes. Look at that.
Oh yeah, that's something I didn't tell you.
Yeah.
They all had their eyes glued shut.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Completely.
So we're now to the point where you can actually at least see their eyes. As you can see, there's some ulcerations to the eyes there. That's going to take longer to heal. It may not ever heal.
They may be blind.
They obviously see well enough to get around.
Come here, baby. Or they just don't care where they're going.
Yeah. Right now their only goal in life is to eat and sleep.
Oh, they play a little bit now.
Yeah, they're starting to do kitten things now. Now that they're feeling better. They were on oral medications and eye meds. Now they're down to just the eye meds. When they first came in, they were getting subcutaneous fluids, which is we warm up a little bit of lactated ringers and put it under the skin and cause a little camel hump.
It's really funny.
For when they're dehydrated. They were pretty severely dehydrated.
They were dehydrated, they were starving, they were absolute messes. But look at that fat belly! Look at it! And now they're at the stage where they like to just chew on the nipple after they finish eating. And so they get all slimy and slobbery with it. So you can see the little drip drip. Look at her! Look at the tuck! Look at you do the tuck! I love it.
Feed me
I
some
love
more.
it. Oh, I think she's done eating. See, that's what I was talking about with when you pick them up and they just collapse. These guys are so fun. Okay, do you want any more or are you done? Come here, honey. See, they're kind of at that stage. Oh, big burp. They're kind of at that stage where they can't see really well, so they can't associate seeing the bottle. So sometimes you're trying to feed them and they're like pushing you away, like, I don't want that, until it gets in their mouth and they're like, that's what I want. So it's a little bit of a struggle at first to get them to eat properly or chew properly. Yeah, she's done. She's got the little trembles. I'm all fed. Ooh. All right.
She been puttied?
Yep.
Wipe her face off. Got milk?
Yeah.
So we have about 2 minutes left. If anybody has questions about the program or any of the kittens here that we have.
I know you're so ready to eat. This is...
Where are you going?
Look at her.
Camera shy?
Okay. Look at her. All right. She's the one with one clear eye. she's got the single eye patch of being able to see. I got her. Oh.
Stephanie's asking, where did these babies come from?
Oh God. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Didn't an officer bring these guys in?
These guys... About 2 minutes, Renee. These guys were brought in. They were found out in a gentleman's yard out by his shed.
This one's the one that eats the best.
I think these guys went, they brought them to Dove Lewis, and then Dove Lewis, we had an officer pick them up from there.
Yeah, that's what happened. Because I was like, I know they came from somewhere.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know that bothers people. I just, ugh.
You have to keep in mind that we also receive over 800 kittens a year, and so
keeping track of them is fun.
Keeping track
God.
can be difficult.
Yeah. I just remember walking in, looking at them, and going, "Oh my God, those kittens are not good looking."
Yeah, they were a mess.
Oh.
And you're helping to save the lives of these kittens when they come in a mess with fleas and colds and cold and hungry and the works.
Yeah. And she's doubled in size. I mean, she's doing really well.
Yeah, there was never a concern about her making it. She was always the most active, most the best eater, and most willing to
trample her siblings.
Yeah.
For the food.
Lisa says, "Oh my gosh, look at her little ears twitching."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing. You can tell when they latch on because the movement of the skin and the jaw pulls the ears back and forth and back and forth. Oh, it's so cute. Yeah, and sometimes when they're smaller, the ears go as they do it. It's so cute. It is one of the best things to watch. I have a couple videos of it on my phone.
Well, I think it's time to wrap up this first Kitten Triage Tuesday. Please join us next Tuesday at 1 p.m. We'll be doing Kitten Triage Tuesday every Tuesday until July 10th. Please like and share these videos and visit the link at the bottom of the screen to make a donation or learn more about the program. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And thank you, Alana and Jackie.
See ya.
And Katie. And we will see you next week. Thanks again.
Bye.